Agentic AI leadership, managing your new AI workforce.
So, let me ask you something. Picture this. Your absolute star performer, the one who's always on, always delivering, makes a huge mistake. A costly, maybe even illegal one. But you can't fire them. You can't even write them up. Why? Because they're not a person. They're an AI. What's your next move?
And look, this isn't some far-off sci-fi fantasy. This is the reality for managers in, say, 2026. It's the kind of problem a guy like Arjun, over at a Bengaluru fintech firm, is going to be facing. He's not managing people anymore. He's managing a team of autonomous AI agents. He doesn't fire them, he adjusts their empathy settings. This is the whole new ballgame of agentic AI leadership. Welcome to the AgileWoW podcast, your trusted partner in Agile, Scrum, and, you guessed it, artificial intelligence. We're on a mission to empower professionals just like you, and today we're going to jumpstart your learning curve on one of the biggest leadership shifts of our lifetime.
So here's the plan. First, we're going to unpack this massive shift from AI being just a tool to it becoming a teammate. Then we'll look at something called the Diamond Org Chart. It's a totally new way to think about your company's structure. After that, we'll get into the really tricky stuff, how to govern and manage the risk of these new digital workers. We'll see how it all plays out in the real world, and then the big finale, the 5 skills you absolutely need to start building today. All right, let's kick things off with the most important change of all. For the longest time, we've been using AI, like a calculator or spell check. But we are now stepping into a brand new era where we have to start managing AI. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? For the past couple of years, everyone's been obsessed with prompt engineering, right? Crafting that perfect sentence to get the perfect result. Well, that's quickly becoming table stakes. The real high-level skill now is about organizational design. How do you build a team, a whole system, when some of your best workers are made of code? Now, this is where it gets really mind-bending. We all know generative AI, like ChatGPT. It's a creative tool. You ask it to write something and poof, it does. But agentic AI, that's a whole different animal. It doesn't just create, it executes. You give it a high-level goal, like boost our sales leads in the pharma sector, and it will figure out the steps, do the research, draft the emails, and send them. It has agency. It's not a tool you use, it's a worker you manage.
And that, of course, brings us to the elephant in the room. If one of these autonomous agents goes rogue, if it discriminates, or lies, or breaks a law, who's on the hook? Who gets the blame? That is a huge question, and I promise you, we are going to get to the bottom of it in just a bit. So, with this new kind of worker, it makes sense that the old ways of structuring a company just won't cut it anymore. Your traditional org chart, that classic pyramid, yeah, it's pretty much on its way out.
I mean, think about it. The base of that pyramid has always been a ton of people doing repetitive, high-volume work. Data entry, customer support basics, simple coding tasks. Agentic AI is a tidal wave that's about to wash that entire base layer away. The pyramid is literally collapsing from the bottom up. And what emerges from the rubble is this really cool new shape, the diamond structure. The bottom point is now a lean, powerful team of AI agents handling all that grunt work. This frees up the middle, the human part, to get much wider. People get promoted, in a sense, from doers to thinkers. They become orchestrators, designing the AI workflows, and exception handlers, stepping in when a human touch is needed. And the top? Leaders are finally free from the weeds, able to focus purely on the big picture, vision, strategy, and culture. And the trick is to actually treat these AIs like employees. I'm serious. Give them job titles. You might have a digital intern with low autonomy, just handling scheduling. Then there's the specialist agent, which can draft a contract but needs you to sign off. And then you have the autonomous agent, which might have the authority to negotiate prices with vendors, all on its own. Okay, so we've got our new team, our new structure, but that brings us right back to that scary question of accountability. How in the world do you govern a digital workforce? This is where we solve that puzzle. Because managing AI, it turns out, isn't just a tech problem, it's a governance problem. The key principle here is called human in the loop. And the easiest way to think about it is with a simple traffic light system. For any red zone decision, we're talking high-stakes stuff that really impacts a person's life, like rejecting a loan, a human must give the final okay. No exceptions. For yellow zone tasks, like figuring out marketing groups, an AI can do the work, but a human has to audit it. And for green zone stuff, scheduling meetings, you can let the AI run free. So for any leader listening, this is your new checklist. These are your non-negotiables. You have to audit the data the AI train on for bias. You have to demand explainability. Can the AI show its work? Here in India, you've got to be compliant with the DPDP Act. And most importantly, you need a big red button, a kill switch, a way for a human to take over instantly. So who's to blame when things go wrong? The answer is simple. You are. The leader is. The buck always, always stops with the human.
Okay, I know this all might sound a little bit out there, a little theoretical. So let's bring it back down to earth. Let's look at a real-world case study from an Indian fintech firm, we'll just call them PayPals, to see what this actually looks like.
The results they saw were, frankly, insane. Before they brought in agentic AI, every single customer support ticket cost them 120 rupees to resolve. After they built a hybrid team of humans and AIs, that cost dropped to just 8 rupees. 8! That is a 93% cost reduction. Just incredible.
But here's the kicker. It wasn't just about the money. Not at all. Check this out. Their customer satisfaction score, which had been stuck in the mud, shot all the way up to 4.6 out of 5. And it makes perfect sense, right? Customers got instant answers to simple questions from the AI, which freed up the human agents to spend real quality time on the tough, emotional problems. Everybody won.
And this quote from Rohan, the manager there, just says it all. His job completely changed. He went from being a glorified scheduler, managing people's hours, to being an architect, designing logic, tuning the AI's emotional response. A total transformation. Now, before we get to the specific skills you need to become a manager like Rohan, just a quick reminder. This explainer is brought to you by AgileWoW. If you're looking to really build these muscles, check out our upcoming workshops on product management, agile leadership, and artificial intelligence. You can find all the details on our website, www.agilewow.com.
Okay, this brings us to the final and, let's be honest, the most important part. What are the actual practical skills you need to be working on right now to get ready for this future?
And I want to be crystal clear here. The whole prompt engineer craze, that's already becoming a basic skill, like typing. It's not the future. The high-value, career-making role of the next decade isn't the person who uses AI well. It's the person who manages AI well.
And that AI manager role really comes down to 5 new skills. First, agent orchestration. Can you make a whole team of different AIs work together like a symphony? Second, logic auditing. Can you dig into the AI's brain and figure out why it made a weird decision? Third, digital delegation. This is crucial, knowing what to give the AI and what tasks you must keep for humans. Fourth, digital emotional intelligence. Can you literally program empathy into your systems? And finally, algorithmic accountability. Are you ready to own the results, good and bad, of your AI team? Here at AgileWoW, we believe these aren't just tech skills. They're the new bedrock of leadership.
When you strip it all away, that's what this is all about. The game is changing. It's no longer about being an operator of a tool. It's about becoming an orchestrator of an entire system. The AI brings the incredible power, but you, the human leader, you bring the wisdom, the ethics, and the vision. So, as we close this out, I'm going to leave you with that one thought. The technology is here. Your new AI workforce is basically standing by, ready to get started. The only question left is, are you ready to lead it? Because the future of work isn't on its way, it's already here, and it's looking for leaders. Thanks for tuning into the podcast, supported by AgileWoW. If you enjoyed this episode, please do us a favor and follow the podcast, leave a review, and share it with your team. It really helps. And if you're ready to take the next step on your Agile journey, check out all the amazing trainings and events we have coming up. It's all designed to help you grow faster, smarter, and together. Until next time, stay agile and stay curious.